Hey, online students, this is Michael Buer. I'm coming to you from my home. I hope you're enjoying this cool fall day. I hope you survived the rain. We got a lot of rain here. I don't have a rain gauge set up, but I would estimate, maybe 4 to 5 inches. We just got a lot of constant, fairly heavy rain over the weekend. But regardless, we needed it, and so I'm glad that we were able to get it. We did lose a limb in the front yard, though. We have a ash tree that's probably about 40 years old in front, and so it's showing its signs of age, and we've lost various limbs over the years, but we lost one this weekend, so I've got to spend a good part of the day taking care of that and getting it cut up and moved. So at any rate, I hope all of you are safe and doing well and getting ready to gear up for the final push of the semester. So without further ado, let's take a look at what we've got going on. In NT104, we use a grading rubric to help us evaluate the exegetical papers. So I wanted to take a moment to walk through that with you so you would know what we're looking for and you'll know what you're going to see when you get your papers back. This particular form is an electronic version. I create a PDF of it to give to you. We use a different form that is printed out and the professors can write on it by hand for the actual classes. But the long and short is what we're evaluating is various parts of the paper against a scale of quality. On the left, you'll see the various areas of the paper: the interpretive translation, the exegetical central idea, the sentence outline, the commentary with the phrase headings, applications, then text critical problems, the structural layout, word studies, and then validation problems. And so that's covering all the different parts of the paper we want you to have in the order we want you to present them. Then across the top, you'll see the quality buckets that we use. We have excellent, good, needs improvement, and absent. And what I will do primarily in assessing your paper is use this rubric. I will make some comments on the paper, but I'm primarily using the rubric both for ease of grading. It enables me to grade it a little bit more quickly than if I had to evaluate everything in the paper itself by written comment. But it also allows for some continuity across all the papers. It enables me to be a little bit more fair across the board with the class as a whole. So what you can see, for example, is all of the particular things we're looking for within the particular elements. So for example, within the interpretive translation and paraphrase, I'm going to evaluate you on whether or not it clarifies the conceptual flow of thought and interprets the figures of speech. And then I'll have an overall assessment that I can make taking it all into consideration as a unit. Let me drop down to the exegetical sentence outline, and you'll see several of the things that we've already stressed. Is it full sentences? Does it reflect the structure of thought? Does it reflect the coordination and subordination of thought? Does it interpret figures of speech? Take a look at the commentary. You can see I'll be evaluating whether or not you have introductions and transitions, whether you use good key word phrase headings, whether you treat grammar and syntax well, whether you discuss keywords and issues in the passage, etc. So I really want to encourage you to take very close note of this assessment rubric. It's what I'm going to use primarily to assign your grade and to give you feedback. I will make comments in the paper itself, but this is the primary tool. And I've uploaded a PDF copy of this to the course files so that you can have access to it as you're writing your paper. So please let me know if you have any questions. This is an important part of the assessment process and we take it very seriously, so I'd like for you to do so as well. But don't hesitate to contact me if anything's unclear or if you have any particular questions as you get going. Well, we are now in the latter third of the class. We have finished a good deal of work and things are ramping up for our final push towards the end. So I want to give you some encouragement. I really want to encourage you to stay strong in prayer. It's very easy to try to do this in your own strength and to forget that the Lord offers us gracious help at various points. So be sure to stay strong in prayer. Consistently pray for yourself, for your spiritual walk, and for your work in the classes. But I also want to encourage you to do some practical things. Make sure you get as much rest as you can. It's easy to let that slide, but you need to prioritize that. I'm a firm believer that burning the candles at both ends does not really do honor to the Lord. I think that's more a testimony of how much we can work in our own strength. So I encourage you to really get some rest and to focus on taking care of yourself. And to that end, you really have to streamline your schedule. I don't have the problem of watching football. I'm not a football fan, but a lot of folks do. And so you may need to cut that out of your schedule at this point in time. I realize that that's anathema and I have just lost half of you. But the point is that there are certain things in your schedule that you may need to give up for a while. So be sure and focus on what's important. Streamline your schedule. get some rest, make sure that you're continuing in your regular time of worship, and work diligently in the courses that you've got in front of you. So contact me with questions, and I'll look forward to interacting with you over this next week, and I hope it's a good week for you. Take care.